Joining us for the GOAT series for the super late models around the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. As qualifying just now got done wrapping up, your quick time looks to believe number 18 of Tyler Dalton. Right to his outside is going to be the 34 of Anthony M. Callenter. Second row inside is going to be number 2 of Mike Kelly. And round out that second row is going to be the 02 of Shannon Wood. Qualifying fifth, it's going to be Joe Hudson, the 112 car. On his outside, the 7 of Scott Simley. Number 24 of Cody Sturgill, going to be your 7th running car. On his outside, it's going to be the number 91 of Wesley Donaldson. Right behind them, it's going to be Bobby Wetzel and Alan Wild in the number 9 and 15 in row number 4. Right behind them is going to be the number 15 of Alan Wild. Oh, my bad. Sammy Harrell and Doug Sigmund going to roll out in that. Right behind them, it's going to be the 012 of Aaron J. Jackson. And who is outside, it's number 12 of Ryan Cook. Round out our qualifier, it's going to be number 30 of Chad Coleman, Charles Van Shelsick. My bad if I pronounced your name wrong. And the 127, Kevin England. And round out your final row, it's going to be the number 44 and the 96 of Christopher Hall and Jerry Livington. As we are getting ready to go green, I believe this time by we'll be sending the GOAT Racing Series loose here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's going through. I'm hearing on the live stream. Yeah. All right, getting ready to go green this time by Tyler Dalton and Anthony Callenter, your front row. As Page Truck lights are off, getting ready to go in. There he goes. Can't go green till that Geico start zone coming down the front straightaway, and we are green. There we are. As you can see, a little bit of side-by-side action going into turn number 1. A couple cars starting to spread out. As you see the number 2 car, Michael Kelly, going way down to the bottom of the track. Looks like he's going to take a peek down the second, slides right in front of your second place car of Anthony Callender. Side-by-side for that race. Close to the race leads right behind him as number 18 of Tyler Dalton. Trying to look back in his mirror, trying to figure out a way to hold those two back. There we are, back on board with the 02 of Shannon Wood, falling back into that third number spot. A little bit of side-by-side action, almost 3 wide back there, looks like, for the number 6 spot. Coming off turn number 4 for the complete lap, number 2 here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Most of these cars starting to single file out. Catch a draft going down the front straightaway. Hopefully you can get some of these cars grouping back up as we take a look back at number 23 of Charles Van Shalensy. Oh, we got one way down to the bottom underneath the line. Not really sure who that is, but he'll fall back up behind the back of the pack as everybody's once again single filing back out on that bottom. Seems like that is the preferred line here at Las Vegas. As we take a look back up to the lead, Tyler Dalton and Anthony Callender still bumper to bumper. Dalton slides up just a little bit more than that 84 car coming off turn number 2. Most of these cars finally starting to really each other back in with that draft. As you see Anthony Callender getting a little bit loose mid-corner there in the middle of 3 and 4. Right behind those two, it's going to be the O2 of Shannon Wood trying to... You see him getting a little bit loose there, having to move up a couple lanes off that bottom line. Loses a little bit of position, but he's going to reel that time back in with the draft going around the back straightaway. Coming around the complete lap number 6. Nothing interesting quite yet as people are starting to single filing out as number 9 of Bobby Wetzel going to take a little bit of a look down to the inside of Scott. Scott's going to block it off. Still side by side for your 4th place now. Bobby Wetzel and Scott Simley side by side for your number 4 spot. Who's going to get it going down the back straightaway? Back and forth on who has a draft going to the corner and off exit of the corner. As number 9 and Bobby Wetzel with a little bit of advantage coming off turn number 4, and he will get it as he's going to try to go for more. Bobby Wetzel trying to go for that number 3 spot, and will he be able to bring number 7, Scott Simley, with him? Bobby Wetzel slips underneath the O2 Shannon Wood for that number 3 spot. He will get it coming off turn number 2. Wood going to slip back into that number 4 spot right behind the number 9. See if he'll be able to get away behind, back around him as number 7, Scott Simley, trying to make that high side work. Seems like he's going to lose the spot to number 91 of Wesley Donaldson, my bad. As bumper to bumper, the 43 of Sammy Sturgill, trying to look a little peek to the outside, gets a little bit loose there, back in turn number 4. He's going to try diamond down right behind that 112 machine. 3 wide going down the back straightaway. Who's going to lift first? Who's going to give the first little bit of space? As they're still trying to single file out as the 112 stuck on that outside line. Everybody's starting to split down the front straightaway, going 2 by 2 for a couple of those lines. Aaron Jackson finding the way back up as we got a new leader coming off turn number 4. It's going to be the number 9 of Bobby Wetzel. Wetzel just a couple moments ago passing for that number 4 spot, then moving in the 3rd. As we look back up front, he is your new leader as number 19 of Tyler Dalton, falling back just a little bit into that 3rd spot. Shannon Wood right behind him, not giving him any room to breathe as he's going to duck down the inside and try to take a look to that number 3 spot. Sammy Harnell, or Harrell, trying to look for that number 4 spot as well, going down the back straightaway. Side by side for your race lead, Bobby Wetzel and Anthony. Oh, we got a wreck in the back. Huge wreck in the back. Look like we have a couple cars involved. Not sure what really happened, but the caution flag will be out. We're going to have to grab a replay on that to figure out what really happened there and get a good idea for you guys. Go and pull up our instant replay and see what exactly we can figure out happened to cause the caution. All right, back with our PTM instant replays. You can see 3 wide back there. Oh, and just hooks him on the right rear. And a huge ride for the number 12 car of Ryan Cook. And that left front, definitely heavy damage as he hit the inside of that wall. Who hooked him? 06, it looks like. Oh, 96. 96 of Jerry Livington hooking the right rear of Cook. Everybody seems to still be rolling, luckily, but not really sure if there's a quick repair or if they're going to have to wait to get that damage fixed, but hopefully you can get all the cars back out for the field to take back the green flag on the restart. Everybody going through their pit stalls. Look like we might have a lead change. As we will, the 84 of Anthony Callender taking over your lead on pit row. Bobby Wetzel going to lose a spot to the number 84 car. Everybody caught back up to the pace car and gets set to go 1 to green by the admins. I believe the 0-2 of Shannon Wood also going to pick up a spot on pit road. He's going to slip into the number 3 spot. Tyler Dalton led every single lap, I believe, until lap 10, has fallen back to 4th or 5th after that pit road. Believe we are not going green this time by, but next time by, your leader of Anthony Callender going to be your first one to get the 1 to green by the flagman. After looking over your champion point standings, your leader of Chad Coleman looks like he did not. Oh, he did. He's running in 13th position. Right behind him is going to be Wesley Donaldson, also running pretty far back in that number 9 spot. Your leader of Anthony Calatoni, I believe that's it. Lights are out on the pace truck going green this time by. My bad, Anthony, for saying your name wrong. If you haven't watching this, it kind of cut it off on our end of the broadcast. But Anthony Calatoni, your leader, right on his outside, is going to be number 9 of Bobby Wetzel. Coming off turn number 4, pace truck will duck its way down into the pit road, and our leaders will hit the Geico restart zone. 12 laps down, a handful to go still. As pace truck ducks in, our leaders getting ready to step on the loud pedal and get this race back started. Anthony Calatini will go green. He steps on the pedal and he gets quite a good launch. He takes number 0-2, Shannon Wood, with him. Wood's been creeping his way up pretty well as he will slip in the number 2 spot. Bobby Wetzel going to duck down low right behind that 0-2 machine. He's going to duck down low even further, trying to take over the 2nd spot as your leader going to duck all the way down low, saying you guys can't have my draft. As he's trying to hold on to that lead. He's got 2 cars side by side right behind him. Looks like he's just going to hold the bomb side for now, not going to try to duck all over. As the 0-2 of Shannon Wood going to drop back to 3rd spot. Oh, your leader gets hooked. He saves it. What an incredible save for Calantini. Calantoni, your leader, as he almost gets hooked by the number 9 of Bobby Wetzel. Able to recover and save it, and he pulls away just a couple car lengths. We're side by side for pretty much all the positions behind your leader. Great racing so far, and we are only on lap 16. This race only going to be getting better as the further we go on. Everybody ducking way under that line, couple clipping the grass. Bobby Wenzel catching up very slowly as he gets the rear bumper of your leader. Still side by side, looks like, from your 4th, 5th position and back. So some pretty good racing going on back there, but up with the leaders as Shannon Wood, your 2nd place runner after that restart, dropping back to the 4th spot. Wetzel going to take a little bit of a look to the outside, trying to think who will go with him to get a draft. Alan Tony still trying to figure out how to hold these guys back, but whatever he's come up with, he's doing a great job as Bobby Wetzel's going to take a look at the inside. Not enough momentum to be able to make the pass going into turn 3 and 4. Wetzel trying to make another peek to the outside. He ducks way down low to the inside. That 84 car ducks all the way down low to make the block. As number 9 car Wetzel has a little bit of advantage. He sticks his nose under trying to get the lead. Side by side for a race lead. It's number 9 of Bobby Wetzel. Looks like he has the advantage coming off turn number 4. He will not clear him quite yet, but he has 2. Shannon Wood also trying to get into that 2nd spot once again. Oh, he gets turned! Great save for Shannon Wood. I believe everybody kept it going behind him, but that hurts Wood a ton as he was about to move into that number 2 spot. We stayed green flag here at Las Vegas. Incredible save by Wood. A wreck that might have ended his race. He's able to save it, drop back a couple positions, and is still ripping pretty good. But Bobby Wetzel, after hooking the 0-2 car, is your leader, Anthony Calatoni, trying to fight back. He's pushing him going into 3 and 4. Gets a little bit tight there mid-corner, has to slide up and regain the car. He takes a look to the outside, and he ducks right back in line, trying to get a little bit of clean air in that number 84 machine. Wetzel with a little bit of a higher approach there going into the turn 1. See if that he'll be able to make up a little bit more ground going down the back straightaway as Calantoni's still on his tail. You can't count out that number 43 car, Sammy Harrell. I believe he started pretty far back, and he is up in the 3rd spot and catching your leaders pretty fast going down the front straightaways as he's in a pretty well draft. Right behind him, it's 24 of Cody Sturgill. Sammy Harnell looking a little bit to the inside, trying to figure out a way how to get past the number 9 and the 84. Both these cars have led every single lap this race combined. Calantoni looking, pushing him pretty strong down that front straightaway, and Harrell also right behind. A little bit of a gap between them just to make sure those leaders do not crash and just not get in it. Wetzel going to slip up a little bit, and that allows Calantoni to duck to the outside. Will he have a big enough run? Seems like these cars have moved up from the very bottom lane to about car lane up from the bottom. Really awesome with iRacing's track change, as not your normal game where the track changes over time. You see them both ducking down the very bottom and sliding up just a little bit. You gotta think we had our last pit stop about 12 laps ago. Are these guys using up their tires a little bit too early? Will we see some of those cars in the back start working their way forward after saving their tires? I have a feeling that is exactly what Sammy Harrell is doing in that 43 car. We drop back a couple cars, number 02, Shannon Wood, still going, and as he's slipped back in to number 6 spot, trying to fight for the number 6 spot still, as he's stuck in the outside, number 7 of Scott Simley, going to take that back over. Right behind him, it's Charles Van running in the 8th position. Charles has looked very good in that number 23 car, starting as well pretty far back, I believe. Run very consistent in that number 8 spot, though. Wood maybe a possibility duck down to that bottom side. Not quite yet. He's not cleared the 23 machine yet, or the 012 machine of Aaron Jackson. He'll drop down to the bottom right behind the number 23 car. Everybody's starting single file out as we are on lap 27 out of 80 for the GOAT Super Late Model Series here at Las Vegas. Your leader is still the number 9 of Bobby Wetzel. Right behind him, once again, it's Anthony Calatoni. As we got, looks like our 4th place car of Cody Sturgill, also reeling in your top 3 for leaders. Sammy Harrell right back on the bumpers after I thought he was saving his tires, but looked like he went into a little bit different mode. He's going to take a look to the inside for that number 2 spot. He gets at Calatoni's left rear, now to his door. Will he have a spot going into turn number 1? He's taking a look for the lead as well. Sammy Harrell from 3rd to 1st in one corner. Will he have it 2x2? Who's going to be pushing the harder to get into that 1st and 2nd position? 2 cars up high as number 84 goes a little bit higher, trying to get a little bit of a bigger push down the front straightaway to push his partner into the lead. They get really close going down that front straightaway, trying to scrub as much speed and take as much air off that other car as possible. As they get really close once again, side by side. It's a drag race all the way around the track here on the pavement. Harrell goes really low, almost taking the draft away from his partner as he's going to drop back. Wetzel still your leader. Will he have enough momentum to clear the 43 machine coming off turn 4, almost bumping coming off that corner? Both cars still pushing very hard to try to move up in position as we are on lap 31 out of 80. 30 out of 80. We've got a couple movers back in the back, but mostly single file out. But the biggest part of the field is for your race lead, as both those cars on the outside line scraping the wall going down the back straightaway. Harrell and Wetzel still battling it out for your race lead, still side by side as Wetzel gets really high there coming off turn number 4. Allows Harrell to pull a little bit ahead. He might have that number 9 car cleared, not quite yet. Calatoni still pushing Wetzel very hard, but Cody Sturgill, looks like a little bit more gentle, not really getting up to that 43's rear bumper, but still working quite well as Sammy Harrell looks like he might have the lead coming off 4. He will. 0.05 of a second. That time by splits your leaders. Your entire top 4 within 0.18 of a second between each other. There's a little bit of bump and bane between the number 9 and 24. Looks like Wetzel trying to duck down low behind the 43 car, and Sturgill did not like that because he wanted that spot. Pushing the number 9 car back outside, saying you're not getting down low, as it looks like Harrell going to drop down the outside, trying to push that number 9 car way against the wall. Oh, very ballsy move. The number 9 of Bobby Wetzel trying to duck down low and cross your leader of the 43 of Sammy Harrell. But once again, Sturgill was there and he did not want to give that number 9 car the spot. Oh, we got one turned up in the wall. It looked like it'd be, it looks like we got 3 cars involved. It's gonna be number 7 of Scott Simley, and we got some more piling up behind him. Oh, there was the front end of the car. That left front not looking healthy at all on that number 7 car. Looks like we had about 6 cars in there, but we're going to go to our PTM instant replay to figure out exactly what happened there. Look at our replay. Oh, man, that happens so fast. But number 7 not getting the best of it at all, as looks like it was actually, man, it's hard to tell who's actually at fault there. Was it Wetzel or was it Simley? But looked like your leaders were actually passing the number 7 car, and that's what kind of caused the wreck. But it looks like your second place car of Scalantini also in it in that 84 car. Scalantoni. All cars making it to pit road, and you can see quite a bit of those cars not able to make it off. Looks out like that will take out at least 6 to 7 of the field. We'll see if any of them can get back out in the grid. As your leader still number 43 of Sammy Harrell. I believe he took over the lead around lap 30 to 31 against number 9. If you look back at the number 4 spots, Shannon Wood back up into the number 3 spot after pit road. Yet another great pit stop for the number 02 car. Looks like we have a couple of those cars rejoin the field, but out of the 19 that have started this race, we got 10 left on the track. Looks like a couple more pulling out of pit road. You can see in the top left of your screen there. Just 4 laps away from the halfway point of this race. This entire race, it's been Bobby Wenzel, Anthony Calantoni, but he is out of this race, running either first or second this entire race. Very heartbreaking move there in your 17th position of Anthony Calantoni. He's very consistent running up front, got into that wreck with the lap car with Scott Simley. But looks like we have 2 cars out so far, Jerry Livingston and Anthony Calantoni. Set to take the 1 to green flag this time by number 24 of Cody Sturgill. Was moving up extremely fast in the field there. He was a couple seconds behind your leaders, was able to reel them back in, and luckily he's able to miss that wreck, and he's now running that number 2 spot. As we will get him stacked up and go double file to get the 1 to green here. 1 more lap till we send back loose. I believe we had a wave around car in the pits. We got a couple more popping out here and there. Hopefully they'll be able to catch up and tag the rear of the field before the green flag comes out. Harrell leading just a handful of these laps. We'll see if number 24 of Cody Sturgill will be able to take over that lead, as Harrell will choose the outside line, moving Cody Sturgill to the inside in that number 2 spot. Shannon Wood third. Charles in that number 23 car. And 4th, Bobby Wetzel almost leading over half these laps so far, back in the number 5 spot. Kevin England 6th, Ryan Cook 7th, Wesley Donaldson 8th, and round out the back of your field, it's number 38 of Chad Coleman and the 112 of Joe Hudson. As rolling in the turn number 3, pace truck will pull in once again. Hopefully this will be our last time, as looks like we're going speeding up quite a bit to catch up to the pace car. Getting ready to hit the Geico restart zone here at Las Vegas. 40 down, 40 to go. And we are green. Harrell gets an amazing start. Sturgill sleeping a little bit as he will drop back about 3 car lengths behind your leader. Some cars shuffling all over from inside to outside. You can see that number 9 of Bobby Wenzel jumping out of line once again to try to get back up to that front spot. Shannon Wood going to fall into that 3rd spot after almost getting turned and having an incredible save to keep his race going. Some of these cars starting and spread out. As you can see, your top three about 2 cars apart between each other. But back in the field, you got a little bit of side-by-side action, but mostly everybody's starting to single file out once again. Not really sure what this will change, as everybody does have fresh tires on. Who's going to push their car the hardest, but who's going to save their tires if there is a 40-lap run, green flag run, coming in this race. Farrell going to be the first one to lead him back to the flag stand after we went green. Sturgill right behind him, as well as Shan Wood and Bobby Wetzel running inside that top 4. Kevin England came into the number 5 spot. Ryan Cook in 6th. A couple cars getting shuffled back on the outside line. Looks like we have a couple of them actually trying to get a outside line going, as Bobby Wetzel way down on the apron trying to make a move on the 0-2 of Shan Wood. Can't quite do it, but he's going to take another look at the insides. We are 3 wide back there. Looks like you're in 9th spot. Couple cars up high. Seems like that line is starting to get faster. As long as you have help, if you get left out there on that outside, you are going back. As you can see, that 23 car pushing the 12 very, very hard down the front straightaway, trying to get a couple more positions. Shan Wood dropping back to the number 4 spot, as Bobby Wenzel moving up into the top 3 yet again. Will he be able to reel in your leaders? He's taking a look to the outside. We have an outside lane starting to form, ladies and gentlemen. We might have some great 2-wide racing here coming very close. But you have to think, how hard is that outside line pushing their tires to try to keep up with the inside line runners? Farrell still your leader, which he has two, maybe more very, very, very fast cars. You can see Bobby Wetzel stepping up way up high to the wall. Get around the number 24 car. He's got a huge run going in the back straightaway. Wood down the inside to the inside of that number 9 car yet again. We'll see if they can pick up that number 3 spot. As you can see, that outside line has about 6 cars, as well as the opposite line. Both lines pushing each other very hard to try to keep up that spot, as Sammy Harrell going to drop way down the bottom to try to not let anybody catch his draft. Single file until 3rd place, as the 0-2 of Wood and Wetzel still going at it with a fleet behind them both. Not sure if that outside line is in quite yet, as Bobby Wetzel dropping back to a couple cars on that inside line. Seems like Shan Wood able to clear the number 9 car. We'll see if Wetzel will drop down low if he gets the opportunity, or if he's going to try to trust the people behind him to push him up to that front row. The 127 of Kevin England holding him up at the moment if he would drop down. As you see, Wood now going to drop to the outside, or go to the outside. We'll see if we can get, oh, he drops back down the inside. He couldn't quite get a big enough run from the number 9 of Bobby Wetzel. Wood gets pushed down way under the line. To the left rear of your 2nd place car, no contact yet, but he's going to try to get underneath him. Side by side for your 2nd place spot, Cody Sturgill and Shannon Wood trying to go at it, as they're going to single file back out once again. 34 laps to go here tonight with the GOAT Racing Series. Shan Wood yet again moving up to that high side, see if he can get a run on your top two. We'll see if he'll be able to get enough help behind him, but that 43 and 24 has been locked together since the restart, and they've been 1 and 2 this entire time. Wood trying to drop back down the inside, trying to push his way. Can't quite do it as the 127 Kevin England shutting the door on him. Bobby Wetzel, your leader for the first 25 laps, running still in the number 6 spot, dropping down a couple cars. Was up in that 3rd spot with the outside line, but seems like they're starting to fade away as Wood going to jump up top once again. He might have a run on the number 24 of Cody Sturgill. I believe he'll be able to get that number 9 car to give a little bit of a push. You can see Charles Van in that number 23 car also pushing the 9. England going to slip up a little bit. That allows, I believe, Joe Hudson to take a peek underneath him, or it might have been Wesley Donaldson. Yeah, it was Wesley Donaldson that tried taking a look underneath England. But England shuts the door and puts Donaldson still right behind that number 127 car. Shan Wood trying to get all the help he can on that outside line to get back by number 22 car after almost crashing just about 10 laps ago. Able to save it. Amazing save. Probably one of the best ones I've seen on the sim. And now back up into the 3rd position. .29 laps to go as number 9 of Bobby Wetzel still trying to make that outside lane work as Wood going to try to jump up once again. Can't quite do it. He's going to drop back behind your 2 leaders, trying to get back into that draft. Bobby Wetzel definitely used up his tires. He's going to get turned by the number 23 car, wrecking behind him big. Big wreck behind him as your leader for many laps. Bobby Wetzel going to drop back pretty far back. Hopefully he didn't have too many contact with that wall. See if he'll be able to finish this race, but we're going to go to our PTM instant replay and get a better look at it real quick. All right, here we go. You can see the number 23 car 9. The 9 slips up a little bit, and the 23 just pushes him down the front straightaway and turns him. No contact at all with the wall. Looks like that front end might have a little bit of damage, but overall the car looks great. Oh, almost clips him. Bobby Wetzel now making his way on the pit road. Very grateful that car did not touch the wall at all. As we can give one of our cars a wave around. It's going to be the number 5. Can't really see his name on the list, but all we know is we got a car getting a wave around. Hopefully be able to get him back on the lead lap. Looks like he might. I believe that free pass car is number 2 of Mike Kelly. Putting him back on the lead lap. We'll get him caught back up to the field, and we'll give him his pit stop real quick. But getting the 1 to green this time by 27 laps to go out of 80. Great racing up front so far between the 43, 24, and the 02. All 3 cars have been swapping positions, but ever since that last caution, it has been the 43 of Sammy Harrell, your leader. We'll see if he'll be able to hold on with 27 laps to go. It seems like nobody is pitting. We'll see if some people have saved their tires enough. Seems like number 9, Bobby Wetzel, able to get all repairs fixed, and he's back up into the line. See him back there running in the 13th position. We'll see if he'll be able to work his way back up. As you can tell, he is a very aggressive driver, and he is not willing to run that back. With 26 laps to go, we'll see if he has anything up his sleeves to be able to get back up into that top 5 and possibly even the lead. In the one to green this time by 20. It'll be 25 laps to go when we take the green flag. We'll see what line Harrell chooses. We'll see if it'll be the high side once again, but seems like he's signaling for the bottom. Nope, he'll jump up to the high side. Harrell going to go to the high side. That'll put Cody Sturgill back to the inside of him, and Shannon Wood in third. Kevin England fourth. Charles Van in fifth. Wesley Donaldson sixth. Chad Coleman seventh. Joe Hudson eighth. Ryan Cook ninth. And round out your top 10 is going to be Tyler Dalton. And back behind them, with everybody that is either out or on the lead lap, it's going to be number 44, Christopher Hall, Bobby Wetzel, Alan Wild, number 15 car. And round out your field with what's left on the track, it's going to be number 2 of Mikey Kelly. Lights are out on the pace car coming off turn 4. Once that pace truck ducks in, we will be going green yet again. Getting set to go green here at Las Vegas yet again. The pace truck getting ready to duck in. There he goes. Our next step is at the blue stripe on the wall, the Geico restart zone here at Las Vegas. We are green. Sam Harrell and Cody Sturgill getting pretty much even start. Sturgill with advantage as he is on that bottom side to the left rear of Harrell. He'll left gas a little bit, go in the corner and duck back behind that 43 machine. Shan Wood and Charles Van. Oh, caution is out yet again. Not sure what happened, but seems we are missing about half our field back there. We'll go to our PTM instant replay and figure out exactly what happened there. As we got our instant replay up, we'll see exactly what happened. Oh, just some people looks like they missed a shift on that restart, and that looks like it took out just a couple cars. A whole bunch of people flying through the grass, able to miss the wreckage. But your caution will be on the number 91 car. As you see your leader popping in the pit road, and Cody Sturgill, oh, he fakes it. He beats the cone. He fakes out the number 24 of Cody Sturgill. I've got a couple cars back there. Seems about 6 to 7 of them dropping down in the pit lane. That'll move the number 9 of Bobby Wetzel up in the number 10 spot. Seems like he also dropped down the pit road, but that's going to put Shannon Wood still third. Charles Van, the number 23 car, in fourth. And Kevin England still round out your top 5. Seems like we have another wave round car going by. It's going to be Doug Sigmund in the 04, I believe. going down the back straightaway for the final time till we go 1 to green. We'll be around 19 laps to go once we do take the green flag. Not really sure what happened, but saying your leader, Sammy Harrell, in the number 12 spot. We'll see if that fixes this time around. Lights are out on the pace truck going green this time by. Your leader still number 43 of Sammy Harrell, and to his outside, it's Cody Sturgill. We'll see if Sturgill will be able to get the lead on this restart, or will he drop back behind the number 43 car once again? And green flag is out. About missed it, but Cody Sturgill looks like he's going to drop back behind the number 43 cars. He's going to give him just a little bit of a gap, but you can't count out Charles Van, that number 23 car, now moving up in the number 2 spot. Your leader tags the wall going down the back straightaway. That's going to allow Sturgill to get a huge run going down the back straightaway and give the number 24 car the lead. Sturgill is about to lead his first lap of the race with 18 laps to go. This time by Shan Wood, now slipping into the second spot. Will he get at the line? He will. Shan Wood, your second place car, as Sammy Harrell running third. Looks like he has a good run coming off turn number 4, able to slip back by the number 02 car. Sturgill has a hornet's nest behind him. As we come to 17 laps to go, will we see a new leader here momentarily, as Samuel Harrell trying to get his throne back going down the front straight. He's got Recchi in the backfield and going into turn 3. Got a couple cars around. Oh, we got a whole bunch of damage there as the number 9 of Bobby Wetzel turned around once again. We'll get ready to send our replay once again. Yeah, just a whole bunch of carnage there, as you can see. Just gets turned, and they both go send into the wall. Pretty heavy impact to the front of those cars that most likely will be ending their races. Both of those cars that hit the wall, missing front bumpers, but man, just gets hooked on the rear end, trying to get bump drafted, and just ends up getting turned around. Getting ready to get the 1 to green this time by. Sturgill's still your leader, and the 43 of Pharrell. A little bit of a swap between those two from our last few cautions. Shannon Wood still sitting in that number 3 spot. We'll see if he can get back into the lead after almost getting turned about on lap 30, I'd say. But great recovery from him, slipping back into the 13th spot. Pretty far back there. And now all the way up inside that podium. As getting ready to go 1 to green this time by another car dropping into the pit. It will be 13 laps to go once we cross the start finish line. Lights on the pace truck will be going out this time by. We'll get him stacked up for hopefully one last caution. About half of our field is remaining, sadly. As you can see, the 96 of Jerry Livington out, Anthony Colantoni out, Aaron Jackson out, as well of number 44 of Christopher Hall is out. Doug Sigmund and Wesley Donaldson a handful of laps down. Bobby Wetzel and Alan Wild, I believe, both in that wreckage in the pit still. We'll see if they make their way back out. Pace truck getting ready to drop in, going green this time by. Just a handful of laps to go. See all these cars backfiring, getting ready to go. Green flag is out. Harrell with a pretty lazy start there. It's going to give Sturgill. Oh, we're wrecking back there. There goes the 0-2 of Shannon Wood. Wood, one of those cars I thought had a good chance to win, getting turned around, as well as the number 19 of Tyler Dalton. We're going to go to the PTM instant replay to get a little bit of a better look real quick. Yeah, it seems like Wood got hooked by a couple cars there. Looks like number 127 of Kevin England. Oh, he misses a shift. That's what happened. Wood misses a shift, causing everybody to pile up behind him. Huge thank you to Pottles, our stream director, as well as the owner of PTM Racing TV, for giving great feedback, as well as great footage here at Las Vegas. But man, that sucks for Wood. I thought Wood had a pretty good chance to win this, but misses a shift on the restart, causing another caution to pull out. But as we go green, we are going to be under 10 laps to go here. There we go. Lights on the pace truck are out. Not quite yet. Never mind. My bad. But Sturgill's still your leader. Right behind him is going to be number 43 of Samuel Harrell. He led just a handful of laps, but got passed by the guy that was running second every lap he led of Cody Sturgill. Right behind him is Charles Van and number 23 machine. Round out that second row will be number 2 of Mikey Kelly. He was running about in that 13th spot after that caution, but that's what happens when you miss quite a bit of wrecks. You're able to catch up quite a bit. But here's one of those cars that we saw again a free pass just a couple laps ago, and look at him now run up inside the top 5 as Kevin England run in that 5th spot as we speak. Joe Hudson 6th, Chad Coleman in that 7th spot, and Ryan D. Cook in 8th. And round out that first group will be the O2 of Shannon Wood, possibly, as he might be still rolling. He is. Shannon Wood not done yet in that O2 car. Seems like there's no damage on that car. We'll have to take a look at the back end when he comes around. It looks untouched. We'll see if Shannon Wood will be able to get back up here, saving quite a bit of wrecks and almost spinning out. Still running your 9th spot is Tyler Dalton 10th, as Bobby Wetzel still in the pit. You can see a car quite a bit of damage coming out pit road there, missing a couple body parts. One lap to green this time by. Looks like we have about 12 cars still left in the field as Bobby Wetzel now able to come back out, but sadly he is 6 laps down. Getting ready to take the green flag this time by. Just a couple laps left remaining here for the GOAT Super Series at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Green flag getting ready to set out once again. Pace truck ducks and takes that left-hand turn as Cody Sturgill, yet another good restart. Charles Van in that 23 car yet again. Taking a look to the inside, he might be able to get it. He will move number 23 car in that number 2 spot. Samuel Harrell gets trapped out outside. Will he be able to try duck down low? He will not. Mike Kelly now leading that inside line as Sammy Harrell right behind that number 23 car, ducking down low once again. The movement all over the place from that number 23 car, trying to find a way around that 24 of Cody Sturgill. You can't count out that number 2 of Mikey Kelly, as he is now in that third spot. Outruns the 43 of Sammy Harrell to the line, as Harrell back around the outside of that number 2 car. And around the 5 laps go. These are the most important 5 laps for that number 24 car. Will he be able to hold on to all 5 laps to go? Might see some bumpers being used here in the next remaining laps to get around some people, and we might have a couple more yellows, but we will see as they're going on the back straightaway 2 by 2. Back behind one car all the way, sliding to the high side, able to save it. Looks like he might have gotten a little bit of a bump draft and almost got turned, but great save for that number 38 car of Chad Coleman. Great racing back there for your number 6 spot, as well as your number 3rd spot, as his car's shuffling all over. Nobody's really wanting to partner up and wait to try to see if one line will get going. They're all trying to make moves. Every lap counts here so far. Oh, we got a little bit bump and baiting back there. One gets turned and another gets put in the wall. We're wrecking. Looks like it'll be the 0-2 Wood once again in the 127 of Kevin England. Yellow flag is out. 3 laps to go. We will go back to our PTM instant replay to figure out exactly what happened there. As we take a look after our restart, we'll see exactly what happened. As you can see, the 127 car just getting a little bit loose, coming down right in front of the 0-2 car. Oh, hard hit to the right front of Wood. That will hurt Shannon Wood quite a bit, as he was my pick to win this race. And missing a ton of carnage, being in all the carnage. It sucks to see that 0-2 with probably a race-ending damage. Number 9, Bobby Wetzel, getting a free pass will put him 4 laps down, but sadly that is not enough time to get him back on that lead lap with probably a green-white checker finish here. Couple cars coming out of pit as well as going in the pit lane. Seems like one of those cars is number 9 of Bobby Wetzel. But 3 laps ago, Cody Sturgill is probably thinking to himself, what am I going to do to keep that 23 and 43 car behind me? He's led this last quarter of the race. We'll see if he's able to finish out strong and get the win. I believe we are getting the 1 to green this time by. Your leader still the 24 of Cody Sturgill. Right behind him, it's Charles Van, that number 23 car. Looks like Sturgill going to take the inside line on the restart. One lap to green. Lights are out on the pace car. We'll see if Sturgill will be able to get a good enough start to hold off those next 4 cars behind him. Sturgill's had a pretty good run. Around halfway, he was about a second back from your leaders, was able to catch him from the backstretch with the power of a draft. Now you see him up front leading this race, and he's been doing a fantastic job so far of holding off all the cars that have came to challenge him. Around lap, I'd say 60, him, Cody Sturgill, Sammy Harrell, and Bobby Wetzel and Anthony Calantoni was side by side for about a 10-lap stretch, producing amazing racing, but sadly, the number 84 car is out, as well as Bobby Wetzel 5 laps down. But the pace car getting ready to take the left-hand turn into pit road for the final time of this race. Green flag getting ready to come out this time, and green flag. Sturgill with amazing start on that inside, able to clear the 23 car by a handful. He brings 43 of Samuel Harrell to his inside. Hopefully all these guys can give each other enough space, as we are almost 3 wide going into turn number 1. Some bumping and bane back there as one gets turned around once again. Not really sure what that Barbie car was thinking, but tough luck for your 4th place runner of Mike Kelly. Let's take a look at that PTM instant replay. As you can see, that number 12 car, Ryan Cook, just tries pushing that 2 car way too far in the corner. That's what caused that wreck. Oh, another person getting caught up into that, but it looks like he's able to keep it straight and stay going. Definitely tough luck for Cook. Yet another green-white checkered finish here at Las Vegas with the GOAT Super Series. Getting ready to take the 1 to green this time by Cody Sturgill. Still your leader as, once again, yet another green-white checkered. We'll see if we will get this one completed this time. Go nice and slow into turn 3 and 4. Hopefully this will be the last time we see our pace truck duck a nice left in the pit road. Attempt number 2 for the green-white checker of the GOAT Super Series. A little bit of bumping and bane before we even go green. As a new front row, the 24 of Cody Sturgill and the 43 of Sammy Harrell. Both cars have led quite a bit of laps as we are green, as we are wrecking. As soon as we go green, that might bring the caution out. It will. Damn. We'll go back to our instant replay, see what exactly happened there. See the 38 and the... that... Seems like it was that Barbie car yet again causing the caution. As you can see, the last time he turned the number 2 car, and that time turning your 5th place car on the restart. Hopefully our admins get that resolved and get continued racing. Okay, we'll see. I think we're getting confirmed that might be the race, possibly. Maybe not. if anything, we might have used all of our green-white checkers, as seems like nobody's really buying up. That will be erased. 24 of Cody Sturgill, your winner. Right behind him, I believe it will be the 43 of Sammy Harrell finishing second, unless our scoreboard is off, which I think it is. But we'll get I believe our top 3 into the broadcast booth and get really their point of view of what it was like the race on the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. See all of his buddies giving bumps and banes, saying "Good job, man." And indeed it is. That is the end of the race. Your winner, the 24 of Cody Sturgill. Lean just a handful laps about the last quarter of this race. Yeah, force him to do those donuts. Cody Sturgill going to burn it down on the flag stand. All right, CJ, man, you looked amazing in that race, and a couple green-white checkered attempts there at the end, but great race. What can you tell me really about what your experience was around the Las Vegas Motor Speedway?
Oh, it was definitely a hooked up car. I want to thank the guys that take the time to put these setups in, and they spend a lot of time out here making sure it's good. They run fast. These cars aren't really meant for these kind of tracks, but man, are they fun when you put them all out here. Also, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, absolutely. I'm normally a dirt oval guy, and it was pretty fun to watch and announce you guys because I've only announced dirt oval stuff. I raced dirt oval stuff in real life, and this is my first experience with oval asphalt, and I have to say it was a blast watching you guys.
Thank you. It was definitely fun being out there. I got to thank the teammates that really helped me there at the end. They were blocking and stuff for me, telling me which lane to take and whatnot. I hate that we ended under green, white checker. I want to take it the good old fashioned way, but hey, a win's a win. I'd also like to thank my wife for letting me do this, and my mom and dad watching at home. Hi, Mom.
Absolutely, great racing, and congrats on the win.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the call.
Oh, absolutely. All right, I believe Sammy, you were second place, right?
No. I was fourth.
Oh, okay.
Charles was second.
Okay.
I think he had something to do. He had to go somewhere real quick. Sorry.
All right. Well, Charles is under the weather right now.
Okay, so might as well get you out of the way. All right, Tyler, great racing out there. You're running about mid-pack the entire race, and late race you're able to sneak into that third spot after a couple of the front row cars got into it. A couple people missing shifts, a couple people getting a little bit too useful to the front bumper. And what, in your opinion, how were you able to get off this third place finish tonight?
Well, a little bit of luck there at the end. Started off up front. Felt like we were going to be running pretty good. Didn't really want to abuse the tires too much. And just sort of let one guy go and then sort of got dropped back a little bit. Just was sort of going to ride. And seemed like we managed to find about every wreck that happened tonight. But shame that we had the cautions because I felt like we definitely had really good long run speed, especially once we got to the top. Which really would have liked to have seen that went green there at the end because we finally got to the top there where I wanted to be, and I was making a lot of ground up there. But I'll take third. Got the pole led a lap, so good point today. And hopefully when we get to Nashville, maybe we can have a few less cautions. I know a lot of these guys are still getting used to the new damage model on these cars. You can't bump quite as hard as you used to. So just a little bit of a learning curve for some people with this race, but not too bad.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing I was saying earlier on is, at what point do people start actually pushing their tires, and what was that point for you, really?
Well, at about halfway, I was trying to get back up there. I saw some guys sort of getting pushed around a little bit and bobbing and weaving, and was sort of trying to back off a little bit in case they did a wreck, and still managed to find the wreck when it happened. But uh, got damage fixed every time. Car still was fine there at the end. But just a lot of it is, I think a lot of guys just got to realize it's almost like the ARCA car. You can get up there and you can bump draft somebody. You just can't stay on them, or it'll turn them.
Oh, absolutely. It's the same exact way with the dirt late model. As soon as you get underneath that rear end, it's just dumping them around. But hey, heck of a job, hell of a run, and we'll see you next week in Nashville.
Yeah, thank you. Just like all the STEM 500 Mafia guys, we had a bunch of our guys running up there at one point or the other. Bad luck, unfortunately, I think struck about every one of us. But go up there in Nashville and see what we can do.
Absolutely. Good job, man.
Thank you.
And not sure if we can get our second place finisher, as we got told he is a little bit under the weather, of Charles Van Schaik. Can't really say his last name. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. But what do you think, Pottles? All right, I'd like to give a huge thank you to everybody that watched the stream tonight, PTM Racing TV, as well as GOAT Racing League for choosing us, the Broadcaster League. Hopefully next week, anything we can improve, we'll improve on, and we will see you guys next week at Nashville.